Hello everybody, this is Saint Charts. It is Sunday, the 2nd of February 2025. I'm going to start with, I was going to start with Bitcoin. So let's start with Bitcoin. Right, this one here, I've got, this is one where we gave the blue box reversal zone down here at 54,671 down to 49,962, which was correct. I had this blue box, big box zone up here, and I thought we were going to hit around 100,000, which we have, and it sort of stalled a bit. And for me, I think we're coming really to the end of the bull run here for Bitcoin. So this is my preferred route. I think we're going to see a bit more downside into this red box, and then I think we're going to see a final wave up into this blue box up here at 114,257 to 121,979. So that's going to be the top of the original box, really, isn't it? Before we see a bigger corrective move. So sort of a 1, 2, 3 at least, and but that's the way I see Bitcoin playing out over the short term, really. So see how this corrective move plays out, and hopefully this red box holds here and we get another push higher. So that's Bitcoin for me. Nat gas is the next one that I'm going to do, and this one here, it's I think I said last time we had this blue box reversal zone, which was correct, and I had an initial target of sort of 3.3 to 3.7, which it shot over that, hasn't it? So I think we might see another leg higher, and if I just drop down to the hourly, so this is higher risk, so it's a lower time frame. But to me, I sort of can see a sort of a 3-wave corrective move there. And for me, if you could get an entry around 3.421 to 3.233, not much below that. If it goes too much below, then it's I think we're going to see a bigger corrective move. But hopefully we could see a push higher, and perhaps up to sort of 4.5, something like that, and maybe a bit higher than that. But see how that one plays out. So that's natural gas. Next we're going to do is Cornish metals. And this one, pretty good call. I think we originally called it around 6 pence. We did an interview as well. You can see that over on YouTube, or if you look on my homepage, there's a link to it. Absolutely fantastic company in my opinion. But for me, they've just done an absolutely enormous capital raise with the government or HM Treasury chipping in about 28 to 29 million. So there's going to be a bit of churn, but I think that short term, or over the next few months, we're going to see trading up to sort of 12.25 to 13.55, potentially higher. But for me, there is a risk, so it would be wrong for me not to point it out. But if we break 7.4, we might drop and tag the top of that box there at 7.1 pence before heading higher again. So that's Cornish metals, and I'd like to speak to the company again, but see how that one plays out. Hopefully they do another interview. There we go. YCA is my next one, and this one here, again, we called that correctly. We gave this, it was originally a blue box, and we had a couple of ways higher, and now we're back down, and I've got a blue box reversal zone here, which isn't a brilliant setup, but hopefully we're going to see a push higher. So that blue box there is at 486.4 to 455.6, and for me, if you're going to target anything, it would be this blue box here at 600.5 to 638.5. So that's yellow cake. Next one I'm going to do is MSMN, and this one, absolute superb call by me last weekend, wasn't it? I said that red box down there at 0.0264 to 0.0206 was going to be the reversal zone, and indeed it was. What a superb response that was out of there to hitting 0.044 during the week, and I think there's more legs in this. As I said before, my target remains the same. I think that's going to be our wave 1. I think we're going to get another couple of waves higher, so that's a wave 1. Might see a little corrective move. I think there's going to be a lot of buyers, so I don't think it's going to be big, and I think we're going to head up to this red box zone up here at 0.0926 to 0.1115, and possibly higher. Who knows? It's been a really spiky one in the past, so fingers crossed that continues, and we see a good run for MSNN. So there we go. Excellent call. PXEN is my next one, and this one here, we could be seeing a continuation move here, and we could be tagging up to this activate this red box there. If we break this prior high, I think if we sort of hold above close above sort of 8.4, should give us 9.5 to 10.7, and it's certainly looking good so far. So that for me, a PXEN, hopefully that can continue. I think gas prices are certainly helping. ECR again is my next one, and I think I covered this one off last week. But for me, yeah, looking pretty good. And for me, I've got a red box zone target up here and of 0.52 to 0.588. I think there's going to be news due, so looking rather good for ECR Minerals. ATM is my next one, and this one is one where we called it a long while back. I think sort of at 4 or 5 pence. Said that I thought we were going to be trading down to 2.56 to below a penny, isn't it? But hopefully, I think we're going to see a bit of a reversal from here. It looks pretty good, and for me, I don't have a short-term target, but a long-term target. As long as they can pop the right news out, we could be seeing trading up to sort of 10.95 to 13.2. So certainly worth some research. See what news is due. I don't know much about the company apart from it's got a bit of tin, but there you go. That's the extent of my knowledge with ATM. But the chart looks good. Next, we're going to do is ITM, and let's just get the right one there. And for me, this is a blue box reversal zone. I thought we were going to see an earlier reversal, but we haven't. And for me, I think this red box still stands at 59 to 64.95, so we could possibly be seeing the start of reversal up to that. And as I said before, I'm not a big fan of the long-term chart, but hopefully a short-term punt into that red box is possible. So ITM, worth doing some research before taking an entry. AAL is my next one, and this one here is Anglo-American, and that was just to say, we called that, we gave this blue box reversal zone here to 2026.5 to 1895.4, and indeed it was correct, the call. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here, but really we need to see a break of 2773.5 to activate this red box up here at 3187 to 3512.5, and it needs to really break above this prior high to give it a much bigger target, but I don't think we're going to see that on this leg. However, we might be seeing something there, but wait and see how that one unfolds. But another great call. There we go. Next one is Frez, and I think this is a chart request, and for me, I think, as long as you can hold above 610, which should give us this, if we can hold above 610 and break 782, should give us 964 to 1060. Alternatively, break below 610, break and hold below that, should give us a reversal zone at 550.5 to 504. So that's Frez. It could go either way, really, couldn't it, at the moment? So I'm giving you both options. There you go. EME is my next one. And this one here, I only just said the other day that I don't use moving averages, but for this one, the chart's pretty dire. How can you map that one out? It's diabolical, isn't it? But so I'm going to use the traditional methods here, and I'm just going to use moving averages. And I think that the first point to call here really is the 100-day moving average at a sort of 0.27 pence, and then if we can break and hold above that, could give us all the way up to 0.62 pence. So, EME could potentially have loads of bags in it. Even hitting the 100-day moving average is 0.27. That's a bag and a half, isn't it? So, one to have a look at. I think there's a lot of noise on Twitter. So, do some research before making a entry. Next one I'm going to do is Guardian Metals and just get rid of those moving averages because I'm not a big fan of them. Right, so GMET, for me, it's looking okay at the moment. I've got a bigger red box there, which isn't active, of course, but a break above 39 and a hold above that should give us 53.5 to 62 pence. The call that we made, we said sort of back here, we thought that 22.2 to 19.4 would be the reversal zone, which again was correct. So another great call. But we want it to hold above that. A hold above, if it doesn't hold above that prior low 21.6, we're going a lot lower. But fingers crossed we can continue this Bulls run, break that sort of 39 pence and give us the 53.5 to 62 pence, which is almost a bagger, isn't it? So GMET looking okay at the moment. PLSR is my next one, and I'm going to go to the there's the LSE one. There's not a lot there. I've got a red box down there at 25.6, which we could see trading hit. Hopefully it doesn't. It's had a few hits down here to 26 pence. It's just crazy, isn't it? With the news due. But if I go to the TSX listed, much more trading history there. And I had this, and I gave this blue box reversal zone at 0.58 to 0.375, which indeed was correct again. Went to 0.78, so anybody who listened to that and took a trade would have done really well. But for me, I think that hopefully that's going to hold, and we're going to see a few waves higher at some stage. And for the Canadian one, we're sort of talking 1.97 to 2.38. Should we break and hold sort of above 1.6 area? So there's a few bags in that one, but it hasn't got underway as yet. So that's PLSR. I'm going to do NEO next. And this one here, I think that we're going to be seeing trading down to this. I've even got an alert there, just delete that. But I think we're going to see trading down to 0.59 to 0.318. Hopefully it's only at the top of the box, and for me then it could be giving us a full step in. We could see trading, if we break sort of, I reckon we need to hold above 1.5 pence. Could see us trading up to 2.08 to 2.48. So potentially 4 bags in that, isn't there, from that 0.59 area? But they're going to need to drop some news. Not too sure why that has been such a long correction there. So want to do some research before considering an entry. EME is my next one. No, I've already done that one. Sorry, MKA is my next one. And this one, I've included this today because I had that 5.26 reversal zone. I had that years ago, at least 18 months ago. It tagged it, fell into it, and it bounced out. And what makes these rare earths interesting to me is Trump is doing all these tariffs. He's started imposing them, Canada, Mexico, and China. And it's going to be interesting to see what China retaliates with. Rare earths seems the obvious choice. So MKA, is probably not the best sort of trading we've got there, but that's not going to stop the bull stepping in should the Chinese decide to put a few tariffs on their rare earths. So that's MKA. I don't really have a bigger target on that one. I mean, I've got a monster target up there at 41.2 to 51.2, but I see how that one goes. But you never know. Tariffs could happen. RBW is my next one, another rare earths, and for me, this one's probably a bit more realistic. If we can break 13 pence, should give us 15 to 16.25. That's fairly easy, isn't it? It needs to hold above 10.5, so not a bad risk reward. But Rainbow Rare Earths done really well, so one to take a look at, and hope for these retaliatory tariffs from China. That's me for today. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good luck trading next week. See you again soon.